Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Skywalker OG coming at you with another Rise of Kingdoms video, and today we're going to be starting off that 5 to 7 marches that we used in this 307 KvK, how well they performed, and what civ we used, all that good stuff. So, first off, we used that Ottoman civ, so of course we're going to get that increased archer health by 5%, troop march speed by 5%, and active skill damage by an extra 5%. We were rocking out with the KvK skin Twilight Falls. Special attributes are skill damage plus 5%, commander experience gain plus 5%, infantry attack negative 10%. Now, the first march we're going to be discussing is that Cyrus YSG. Of course, this is the gear we were rocking on Cyrus. Cyrus was our primary commander. As you see, we do have that Horn of Fury. We do have the Silent Trial. We do have that nice little Dragon's Breath bow. Of course, we do not have any of that procced, but our epics procced. Woohoo! Anyways, let's go ahead and look at the talent trees. I'm not running any of the rejuvenate here. I'm not running latent power. Latent power doesn't work, apparently. I thought it would work on any of the things that would say additional damage, but after testing, I didn't see latent power coming out whatsoever. So we tried out this talent tree. Didn't do too bad for us. We're running clarity, running whistling arrows, running that full quiver, and then we came over to get that health buff off the versatility tree. Like I said, I don't feel that I need any of the extra rage regen because I run a William, I run the Horn, I run KvK War Drums. I plan on getting another KvK War Drums. I feel like I have a lot of outside sources giving me rage that I really don't need the extra talents used on rage. I'd rather take an extra 1.5% health or attack or defense somewhere else. And let's go ahead and discuss the talents that we're running, or the skills that come from these commanders. We have the Immortals coming out of the Cyrus. Active skill deals direct damage to current target. 1400 is the damage factor and causes them to take 20% increased additional damage for 3 seconds. I actually thought this would work on that latent power, but of course it does only specify additional skill damage, but it is what it is. We have a passive skill that is archer units led by this commander gain 15% increased march speed and 30% increased attack. This is a skill that is always on. We have another passive skill. Now this one has a 5-second cooldown. When troops led by this commander consist of only archers, their normal attacks gain a 10% chance to deal an additional damage over time for 3 seconds. You would think that one would also work with it, but it doesn't. While the damage over time is in effect, the target deals 40% reduced skill damage, which is a huge debuff. This effect can trigger at most once every 5 seconds. And then we have another passive skill coming out of Cyrus. When attacked on the map, troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to deal damage over time in a circular area of effect to up to 3 targets for 2 seconds. This effect can trigger at most once every 5 seconds, and of course the damage over time is 300. And then we do have him expertise, which will boost his passive up after using an active skill. Archer units led by this commander gain 20% increased attack and 20% increased defense for the 3 seconds and gain an extra 50 rage per second. Of course, here's another rage boost coming out of Cyrus by himself. And then we have YSG skills. We all know his primary skills. A circular AoE damages up to 5 enemy troops in a circle-shaped area. Damage factor of 1700. Damage dealt to each target is reduced by 15% for each additional target. His passive skill. Troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to gain an extra 100 rage for each normal attack. There's an extra rage boost there. This is another reason why I don't think that you need this in your talent trees. For the next 3 seconds, all archer units led by this commander gain 100% increased attack. That's a huge attack boost. This one has nothing to do with the open field. And then of course we get that 50% increased skill damage coming out of YSG. He has huge buffs for skill damage and of course that rage regen. Damage is up to 5, or we already know this. With his expertise, damage goes up from 1400 to 1700. That is the expertise there. It's not too amazing, but it is a good little bit of damage boost. Now let's go ahead and go through some of these reports. We're going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes. This march did very well, this KvK. It seemed like everybody wanted a piece of my Nevsky and my XY, and didn't really pay too much attention to the Cyrus YSG, which let him do his work. If you have a lot of squishy marches, I highly recommend the Cyrus YSG combo. If you don't have that many squishy marches, honestly, I still recommend. because you can be able to dance around with Cyrus YSG. Now, if you have very, very low gear, like subpar, like worse than what I'm running, I do believe Ramses YSG should be the play there. Cyrus is a bit squishier than that Ramses pair, and Ramses brings a lot of versatility to the field. But of course, I'm running Saladin, I'm running Chandra, I'm running Aethelflaed, I'm running a lot of health debuffing marches. I don't really feel like I need that Ramses on the field anymore. That's why I took him out. If you are a free to play alert spender, I would definitely recommend Ramses YSG over Cyrus YSG any day. But you know, this is the space we're in. We have a lot of damaging marches, and I really felt safe using the Cyrus YSG, and we were able to. People did not focus it too much, as you were just seeing clear as day in all these reports. He was just not focused out. Of course, the marches that did focus him, we got a little bit of damage on us, but it was not too bad whatsoever. Here's some flag trade here. Of course, we are using T4 at this point. We don't have a lot of archers because we only run one archer march. One archer march, one mixed troop, one infantry. The rest is all cav. Here's T5 versus T5. And then of course we are running that Edward skill. While on the map, archer units led by this commander gain 25% increased health and 25% increased march speed. We don't have it maxed out because we do not have our Edward expertise either. And we are running Warlord from the Minamoto. Passive skill, the normal attacks of troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to increase damage taken by the target by 30% for 3 seconds. This effect can only trigger once every 5 seconds. And then we do have that relic coming out of YSG that gives them an extra 3% skill damage and 10% archer defense, making them just a little bit more tanky. Let's see if we can find any more reports here. Here's another flag trade. This is again T5 versus T5. Well, T5, T4, it's flag. Here's a decent trade we actually got against the Paul. Of course, we're going to focus down that Paul. Went ahead and focused down that Herald. You got to go for those infantry, dude. Once you got this Cyrus YSG march, you got to go for those infantry. You just melt them. You just eat them, eat them, eat them, eat them apart. It is the best. Now we did max out tech as well, I can show that. So of course we are max tech for most of this fighting. We can scroll down to pre-max tech. I believe we can get to some of those reports as well. Show you some of those. Yep, here we go. Here's some pre-max tech. Cyrus YSG is just, they're a very, very mean combo, especially if they're not focused. If they're not focused, they will put the beans down on somebody, boys. Here's one where we got focused down on, but of course we gave it to the rest of his marches. I don't know what this guy's doing with a con belly, but okay. Here's one where they pretty much all focused down my Cyrus, and of course the trades weren't too bad. Now, of course, given these guys did not have the best of marches either, you gotta keep that in mind. Man, that Attila Takeda just got ripped. Saladin Khan got ripped. These guys are just getting ripped apart. Anyways, guys, over/under opinion on Cyrus YSG. If it's my one and only archer march, or if you can only pick one archer march, I would definitely pick Ramses over Cyrus. But if you have really, really good gear, Cyrus YSG is a very, very, very solid pair. Anyways, guys, I gotta sit down with farmers. Till next time, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps out with you with some of your commander pairings. And, you know, till the next one in this series, peace out.